All right, it is Monday. We brought Miley here home yesterday. I'm in the middle of a bunch of things right now. Currently, what did we do so far? I got all the tape and everything off there. Man, it looks so blue on this camera. So much different. Let's see. The ECU is in. I also opened it up. Got pictures of that because I want to chip it. I need to know the insides. I was trying to get this expansion valve off to get some of my new AC stuff in. I have a new expansion valve right down here. But, just my luck, the top bolt's fine. The bottom bolt here, completely stripped out before I even touched it, wrecked. So, I may just leave that or do that later. What else? The dryer here is going to go up under there. And then I have all the lines from my last AC over there. This hasn't been touched much yet. I have a few pieces I'm currently painting. They're outside. We'll check on those. I think I might put the spoiler on tonight as well. I'm sure it's dry. The whole engine bay is nice and dry. This is the little heat shield for the brake bracket, the brake itself that goes across the back of the firewall. Also, my air lines will go through there as well. And then this piece up here is another little plastic covering piece, also on the firewall. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this because that bottom bolt is completely trashed, and I want to put the new one in. I also need new nuts for this because these ones here are off my old dryer, but they look ugly. So I don't want to be putting anything that's old and gross in the engine bay. Like I put so much time into making everything look nice and new. I don't want to have two little ugly nuts there. Just I don't want to have it. So I'll get new ones for that. I have new hardware for the fenders up both sides. The strut bar across the braces will go here. I'm gonna get it's down here right now. So for that piece there, what other piece that I have in mind? So the strut tower brace itself. Oh, the piece in the back of the firewall here. I'm gonna be putting. I need to find maybe double-sided tape. And only peel one side or some little foam, like really thin foam. I want to put foam underneath that brace between the paint and the metal, and it's in the back. I don't want to do all this and have it scratched up underneath because if I want to pull it off, I don't want to have ruined paint as I start over. So these should stay nice and clean, having a piece of like foam between here and the metal, and same in the back right here. Be foam on this side over here. That way when the bracket's on, I won't be scratching up any of the paint. Aside from this little stuff here, I also got fuel lines there. They're just hanging, waiting for that. I got some more little bolts I found for this. Still can't find the right size that'll thread into there. I don't know what it is, but I can't get anything to thread into that yet. So still on a hunt for that. I was also saying I was missing. I lost it. It's somewhere in here. I don't know where it's at, but it's gone forever. The VR6 12 valve clutch pedal bracket that goes on the back of the firewall, like right there. That keeps the firewall strong. So when you're pressing the clutch, your foot eventually doesn't go through the firewall, which is no bueno. So, ECS Tuning actually sells one. Had no idea. 26 bucks. So that got ordered today. That'll be here, hopefully for the weekend. It's not necessarily vital to start in the car, but after driving the car for a little while, we want to have that. So that's on its way. And what else we got today? I think that's it for today. Just doing some little stuff. What I'm trying to do is have this car by Friday, all wiring harness in, all that stuff plugged into the fuse box down below, and anything in here, mounts, etc. I just want it ready to go by Friday, so hopefully put the engine in Friday, and then try and start it either Friday night, and then drive it Saturday, or start it Saturday, one of the two. But I want this as ready as possible, so we are way ahead of the game. All I know is I absolutely love this color. Like, Randy killed it with this. Some people said that this looks a little bit darker than the rest of the car, which it may. I said we got as close as possible. If you look right here, and look right there at the side of the car, like that to that looks almost identical. But then looking over here, where it's kind of like the light's not hitting it properly, looks a bit darker. It's all how you look at it. I think it's as close as we can get it. This had a black base and then the blue. This had a black base and the blue, but the second time we did it, he did it again over the blue already. So the second time it had a blue base. So that's why it's a little bit different. Or maybe I think we did a pretty good job. Honestly, like that to that is pretty close. The hood's up there. The hood looks a bit dark. But again, it's just like how the lighting is. Either way, I'm super stoked on it. I couldn't be happier. Like, it looks so good. And I still have more than enough to do the entire car. So we wanted to go back and do the car in this. We can. So that's the plan now. Even though I just went through a bunch of paint stuff, we're going to talk with Randy. Probably before I leave for Germany, at some point we'll bring Randy the car back and do it again. Like I said, I wanted this time to do the entire car stripped down, no seals, no doors, literally everything possible, but that fell through. It is what it is. As long as this got done, I'm happy. I'm alright with it. So before I leave for Germany, bring Randy the car back, everything off. Trunk off, hood off, every fender, every door, literally stripped down, get it done completely 100% proper. Maybe a color change. I don't know. We'll see. I love this color, but I kind of have something brewing in my mind. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, is dope. I love it. I want to go ahead and put the spoiler on and just see how it looks compared to the car. That's the base thing. The engine bay can all be its own color. That's not a big deal. I really wanted the spoiler to match. And so we'll put it on now and we'll just see where we're at. Hopefully you can see, but the spoiler sat like that. I put the center armrest down and then it sat like that the entire ride home. I was kind of nervous because I really didn't have a good way to put that anywhere without it tipping over or touching the bottom, so that worked. Didn't fall, didn't budge, miracle. Alright, so here's the rear quarter of the car. Here's the spoiler. I think we're good to go. That's pretty freaking close. Alright, the spoiler is on. It looks pretty close. I think it's a little bit darker. To where you look like the light's hitting over here and it looks darker than that, but then on top of the trunk it's kind of darker and it kind of matches. Either way, I think once we're outside in the light at Simply Clean, you won't be able to tell near as much. I think it's a hair darker, but I think we did pretty good. Either way, it looks dope. Still my favorite part of the car. Still my favorite part of the car. Bam. Cock speed. Dope. Alright, so I had stopped recording and I feel like I should record this process. I'm currently messing with my engine mounts here. This back one for the trans is pretty straightforward. It just, simple mount, sets in, bolt, bolt, easy to go. This mount here on the back left side, which is this one I just pulled apart, there is your top bolt there that goes in the top of here, and there's a Allen bolt at the bottom, so it'll be essentially, let's hold on again. This will be in there like that, flipped over. This will go on the other side of this, so this is a cap for the bottom, so that'll go like this, and this will go here, and then your bolt at the bottom. So essentially this is your rear mount here. So to get it apart, take out your bottom one here, pull this off, there's your bottom piece there. This, the part that sits on the mount itself, pull that out. This here, you need to get, again, the flathead and pry that apart. Out that goes, and then you need this piece and this piece left, which your new mounts will go into. So this piece you can see in here is pretty trashed. It's flattened out pretty bad. Not destroyed, but still, we need some new ones. So to build our new one here, this is our top piece here. So this would be one of our top pieces there. So that will slide on top of there. It should. Boom. This retainer cup here will go over next. Like so. Boom. Our bottom piece will go, no, sorry, our new bottom piece will go here. And then our bolt will go there. Actually, I'm missing a piece. Hold on. There it is. I will need one of these. One of these will go on top of that there. And then our bolt through. And that will be our new mount there. Once everything's all tidied up, this will be your new mount. Bolt in the bottom, your first bushing here, your holding cap and your plate, the bigger one, and then your top hat. Pretty simple. I reuse the bolt on the bottom the same as before, but they do give you new hardware, so these two right here, these little ones, will hold that in. I put those two over there already. Nice new hardware from BFI, super cool. So we'll throw this one in. That one's already in. I can't put the front one in yet. That'll go on the trans, I want to say. It goes like right there or so, but getting ahead of the game. Mount number 1 and mount number 2 all nicely in, and as soon as I drill holes through these hockey pucks, these will be spacer 1 and spacer number 2 because I want the VR to sit a little bit higher, and this also will help me level the engine out. VRs usually sit a little bit to the right, I want to say, and mine will sit nice and flat, so that's what those will do. So I have one there, and then one in the front once the engine's in. I think that'll do it for today. Made some good progress. I'm just trying to do as much as physically possible before Friday when Friday comes. Hopefully the engine just go right in, plug everything up. So, good point to start for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, we're back. It is Tuesday night now. I picked up a bunch of hardware today. I want to get as much of the AC stuff mounted as possible. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with this thing because the top bolt comes out and the bottom bolt is like just annoyingly just toastedly stripped. It was dripping before and it just rusted that bolt out, so I'm not quite sure how to get that out. It's still good, but I have a new one, so I obviously want to use a new one, so we need to adjust that. But the dryer's gonna get mounted. I got new hardware for this and all the rest of this stuff over here. And then I want to get my little cover piece across the back wall mounted, and also my brake little heat shield down there, and get the air line and the brake line hidden away in that. And then after those two things goes on, I can put the rain tray in and also the weather stripping and get that whole kind of section all tidied up. Actually, I lied. I'm going to leave the rain tray open. I still have a bunch of harness stuff to plug in up there. I'm going to do the AC stuff on this side, the back wall stuff, and then get as much of the harness and fuselage stuff finished up. That way I can get the wiring going in here. Lots and lots of fancy hardwares. Nothing would look worse than having a nice clean bay and rusty bolts. So, nice shiny bolts. We have our old dryer here versus our nice new shiny one. I'm going to be swapping all of these lines and the sensor over to this one. I think what I'm going to do though, since this one here is the one that goes into the expansion valve in the back, and you see this one, I think I'm going to paint this top section right here in the same metallic black as the intake manifold there, because it looks gross and nasty. Unless I can get it to clean up a little bit and be like a better silver, it just looks bad. I don't want to do all this work and have, you know, a nasty looking line, so we'll fix this. With the help of some handy steel wool here, I got the top of this so much better. Nice and clean, nice and shiny. So now I feel good about putting that back in the car. The only issue is I can't put it in yet because that is still stuck there. I would be 1000% lying right now if I said this expansion valve wasn't pissing me off. I just hammered a flathead bit inside there and it literally snapped my bit. You are pissing me off. I'm literally about to get a cutoff wheel and cut this entire thing because this is the stupidest thing ever. Out of everything in this entire engine bay, this is the one thing. Alright, for the drill, got ourselves a nice little drill bit. Hopefully we can just drill that out and then slide the expansion valve over it and then go ahead and just undo the thread after that. This is either going to work or make things a lot worse. One of the two. Let me just tell you guys how I'm ready to take a hammer and just smash this car to pieces. Like, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Like, I am, oh my, like, okay, so right now, it is literally 12:12. The last clip I filmed holding the drill was like at 8:40 something. This piece of garbage expansion valve with this stupid rusted bolt, I just don't understand why it wouldn't come off. In theory, this is the bolt here. Okay, thread on this side, smooth in the middle, right? So I cut the top off of the stripped one. Ideally, it should have just slid off. There should have been nothing holding the valve to the bracket. Nothing. Wouldn't budge. So I had a drill. I'll show you. So this is the aftermath. And you see here, the bracket's still on. The bolt's still there. If you look right there, yeah, I couldn't get it off. I had to finally just bend it enough to get it off. But like, look at this. See this? This. Why? What? This is the kind of things. The big stuff, like, there's things always go wrong in cars. It is bound to happen. But like that kind of stuff right there, just like, it drives me absolutely insane. Like, I'm sitting here like, there's so much more I could be doing, and I'm thinking, why did it just take me 2+ hours to get one piece off a car? Oh my gosh. But it's off. It's off. We're moving forward. I got a nice new one that's going to go on. I have new bolts that are going to go in. I might need a new bracket. I don't know. Actually, the bracket's still okay. The bracket will be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Either way, I had a lot more planned to do today, but it's been almost time doing that. So it is what it is. Tomorrow is Halloween. I don't know if we're in the car much tomorrow. I'll try to a little bit here and there, but probably hang out with the family. I need, before Friday, I need this expansion valve, this wiring harness, and the fuse box all completely ready to go. We're getting there. I think I'm going to end off the night. I'm going to get the rest of this AC stuff now. I think it's off finally. Put the new stuff in real quick. Get this left side of the engine bay together. And then we'll call it a night. And I forgot to mention, there's metal shavings all over my bay. The drill slipped. I scratched the back of the wall. Super dope. And I think I snapped about 8 drill bits. Yeah. All because of that. Super dope. Alright, well, way too many hours later. New expansion valve. I got this line in. The dryer's on there. Got fancy new bolts up here. Yeah, so there's that. There was a bunch more stuff I want to get done today, but it's currently 12:32 in the morning. I have to be up in like 4.5 hours, which really sucks. So we're gonna end this here. Still made a little bit of progress, not what I wanted, but some is better than nothing, I guess. Expansion valves and rusted bolts are the stupidest thing. It's just dumb. Just dumb, stupid, absolutely stupid. Either way, Don't forget, be there every single day. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. It's Halloween. I might vlog. I might not. We'll see. Either way, I make more parts on this. This has to be. It doesn't have to be, but I want it ready for the motor to go in by Friday. So we'll see. Peace out.
Hey, I was doing just fine before I met you. I drank too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay. Hey, you tell your friends it was nice to meet them, but I hope I never see them again. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and 4 years no call. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So
look as good as the day I met you. I forget just why I left you. I was insane. Stay and play that Blink-182 song that we beat to death in Tucson. Okay, I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and 4 years no call. Now I'm looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop. No, I can't stop.
so in my backseat of your Rover, and I like that tattoo on your shoulder. In my backseat of your Rover, and I like that tattoo on your shoulder. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover, and I know you can't afford like that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of that mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't never getting older. Backseat of your